everyone, welcome to today's session. Join the productivity revolution now. Accelerate profitable growth with AI. It's amazing that we have so many business leaders joining us today. I'm Nicole Schmeida, Senior Marketing Specialist, and our special guest speaker is Daniel Burris, Technology Futurist and Disruptive Innovation Expert. As a LinkedIn top voice with over 1 million followers, he has been recognized by the New York Times as one of the top 3 business gurus and serves as a strategic advisor to Fortune 500 executives. He is also a New York Times bestselling author of 7 books.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Nicole, and thank all of you for attending because this is something that's unprecedented in all of human history. Yes, indeed. There's more opportunity today than in any other time to not just change, but to truly transform every business process, product, and service and business model. Again, than any other time in history. Let's face it, we're doing things today that were impossible just 2 years ago. And let's face it, a couple of years ago, kids weren't using AI for doing their homework. And we actually have built a rocket that's 3D printed that was launched. We are doing so many different things in so many different areas. It's unprecedented. By the way, 2 years from now, we're going to be doing things that are impossible today. And I want to help you to understand where we're going more than where we've been. You know, there's a reason that your windshield is larger than your rear view mirror. Today, we're going to be looking at through the windshield as we look at what you can do today. So to frame this up, I want you to understand my methodology for separating the what I call hard trends based on future facts from the soft trends based on assumptions. Because AI and AI-driven transformational change is what I would call a hard trend. I was just working with the Navy yesterday, their surface and subsurface war group. I work with many different organizations, including the military. And again, they are focused a lot, just like we are, on being agile. And I explained to them that agility is important, but you have to understand where agility comes from. It came from sports, reacting as quickly as you can to a problem after it occurs, reacting as quickly as you can to a disruption after it disrupts. Basically, the more agile, the better. And that is playing, if you use a sports analogy, defense. That's only half the strategy coin. So what I'm going to teach you in the beginning to set this up is how to play the other half. And then we'll show you how to take advantage of the productivity revolution. And that is how to be anticipatory, how to anticipate disruptions before they happen so that disruption becomes a choice, how to anticipate problems before you have them so you can pre-solve them, moving forward faster. What do I love about a soft trend? If you don't like it, you can change it. What I love about a hard trend, at least it lets me see disruption and change before it happens so I have a choice. The productivity revolution is a hard trend happening right now. Will you take advantage of it? That's not a hard trend, that's a soft trend. I don't know if you're going to take advantage of it. You might squander the opportunity. You might not act on some of the tools and insights I'm going to give you today. By the way, if you don't, your competition will, because these aren't the only productivity revolution tools only available to you. They're available to everybody. The key is you know about them, you know how to use them. All right, that's what I'm going to help you with. One is demographics. I already mentioned baby boomers at 70 million in the United States. They're getting older. We know that there are a number of different generations and they all use technology differently. They think differently. Their expectations are different. If you're trying to attract and retain talent, are you doing it all in one way? Which would be a mistake. You need to break it out different to the different generations. You attract different generations differently. That's one of the 3 categories. You might be saying to yourself, we have such a divided country in the United States right now, not to mention some other countries, and we are kind of turning anti-regulation. So that must mean we're not getting any new regulations, which of course would be a mistake to think that way. Can you predict all regulations going forward? No, but you can create and think quite a few. And For example, will we have more regulations around cybersecurity? The answer is yes, because there's some hard trends at play that we cannot deny. We're going to have to deal with. But there are a lot of other things that we can debate. Just give you a little example of some hard trends that are technology based. Let's just talk about a few. We're making everything smart. Over the next several years, there's going to be more and more and more data. By the way, that means you're going to get a lot more documents. Digital documents, paper documents, you're going to have all kinds of documents. You got to be able to handle those. And I'm going to come up on how to deal with that in a few minutes. How many companies that I have worked with of various sizes, and it's especially true of small and mid-sized companies, and I think many of us have small and mid-sized companies, or you're entrepreneurs right now, we have a lot of documents. We haven't really fully digitized everything. Our vendors, we have some vendors that are still doing paper. I mean, it's amazing how much paper documents is still generated, how much is still not fully digital. And it is transforming when you have document management and you do it with digitized documents, enterprise content management, enterprise document management, and again, AI plays a role in this, and again, compliance and data security, all working together. As you know, our host for this conference is DocuWare. One of the reasons that I like that idea for introducing this concept to you is that they have an amazing new tool that they have developed over the years, and they've introduced it now, and it's doing amazing things that uses AI for intelligent document processing, because it's going to not replace you, it's going to augment you and get you far more efficient, far more productive. All right. Let's talk about generative AI first, and then we'll get into agentic AI. It can be used for operations, automation, recruiting, sales, marketing, content creation. It's quite amazing what you can do with it. Just a couple of quick examples. And remember, this is allowing you to accomplish a lot more in a lot less time. Here's what I'd like you to do after this webinar. And we're not done yet. We've got some important things to cover yet, so hang in there. I'd like you to spend an hour a week. Mark it in your calendar, not as a crisis manager putting out fires, being as agile as you can, reacting, playing defense. I want to playing offense. I would like you to ask yourself, what are the hard trends, those future facts that are shaping the future and a related opportunity? Make a list. What do you know? What are the soft trends that might happen? And what's the opportunity to influence it so that it's an advantage to us? What are the predictable problems based on those hard trends that I know I'm going to have so I can pre-solve it and move forward faster? You'll create a list of opportunities, boil it down to maybe one or two what I call must-dos, and then take action. Let me give you a final slide I want to share with you, and that is about document management and DocuWare. As I mentioned, they have used AI recently. They've got intelligent document processing. They're using OCR in some really great ways of helping you to do what? Well, as I said, you are not going to have less. You're going to have more and more documents. We got the datification of everything taking place, and it's going to be creating things for you to have to absorb. So there's digital documents. By the way, you still have a lot of paper documents. There are digital documents that are not dynamic. This tool helps them to become dynamic. It takes a look. If you were using this tool, for example, you would be able to have it go through all documents in your entire business, regardless of its size, extract it, put it in the right columns, put it in the right way so that you can get the intelligence from them whenever you need it. What it does is it reduces the amount of time that people are taking dramatically. It gets rid of and minimizes errors, because errors is a waster. It makes you far less productive, by the way. And it helps you, more importantly, do far more in far less time. And if you can do far more in far less time, that's called boosting productivity.
All right, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate the time. Yeah, just everything you've said really resonated with me. I think the big idea for AI in business or in your personal, and this can apply to anything in life, that if you can take the time now to be proactive, you'll save a lot of time in the future being reactive. So thank you.